Imagine trying to laugh off a 2-0 deficit. Imagine trying to laugh off going single-digit kills against Fnatic ONIC back-to-back in Game 1 and 2. How does Falcon Esports shake off the nerves? How do they reset? How do they do the almost impossible? Because I'll tell you now, in about 3 or 4 months, I haven't seen a team make Fnatic ONIC PH sweat the way the likes of Aurora and I'll tell you now, RRQ and SPS, those teams, they got one over Fnatic ONIC. Can FCON do the same here? This is the one chance that they got. Match point, Game 3, FCON on the play. Banning out the Lo Yi and the Cho. FNOP taking out the Fanny and the Zhu Xin. Everything about the same except for that Cho.
Yeah, I mean, the Cho's a decent band, and we're back to this Granger, we're back to this trade-up. FCON, you know, the most important thing here is it's not just the gameplay, right? We're seeing that very clearly. It is the draft majorly. Coach Why Not versus Neo Chao. I mean, it is something that has to change for FCON. We need to lose the idea of comfortability. We need to lose the idea of this has to be picked. We need to be ready to counter at all cost, at all odds, and the players need to be able to play whatever the coach wants to give them.
Yeah, they're facing a double-edged sword yet again, right? First in the draft, last time we asked, do they pick the Bruno, do they pick the Suyo? Right now, you are seeing both available as the Hylos will be banned out. Last time they picked the Bruno, and it didn't work in their favor. Do they go the Suyo this time around? No, they go the Bruno again.
I don't think the Bruno's bad. The Bruno was not a bad first pick. FNOP, if they go for this Joy again, if they go for the same thing we saw last time, what was it, Joy?
I want to see the Fred.
Cho? I want to see the Fred. It is the counter to the Joy right now. It's not Suyo. Joy wins out in that rock, paper, scissors. We already saw it last time. And if you doubt what I'm saying, FNOP pulled the Fred out against Joy in Game 1. So take a page out of their book and do what they did to you.
All of the supporting documents to prove Trex's theory is in this series. So all you gotta do is scrub back about an hour and a half and you'll see it all. Now, Fnatic ONIC, they open up with the Joy and instead of the Cho, they get the Khalid.
Which we know very much this could be a Roam Khalid if they want it. It could
it's
be
a Brusco special.
Yeah, it's a Brusco special. Some spice in the land of Dawn.
Yeah, and they can definitely flex it like you mentioned, especially with that Hylos being out. One of the only heroes that can really match up with the pace of that Khalid. Now, there's still a lot of mid laners
on the case,
up for grabs. You are going to go ahead and see the Fredrin locked in, a Trex prediction at its finest.
Coach Trex. Okay. It wasn't a prediction. It was an order.
It was an order. It was, listen, guys, I'm losing faith in you. And there's another page out of the Draft 1 book, Game 1 draft book. We pick up the Matilda. Gives Benny some opportunity to dance around here. Now, last time we saw it as a last-minute flex, but still, we're looking very similar to FNOP's Game 1 draft on the side of FCON.
As good as this is as a development, right? You take a draft and you make it as close to the winning formula. You're doing it against a team who did that.
Hey, man.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery, but not like this. What are you trying to get the Faramis and then like an XP lane substitution for that Cho?
Maybe they should have took the Cho in the beginning and then did the swap and literally just copy and paste, you know?
Now the question is, do we pick up our mid laner here, right? I mean, last pick on the board for the first half. You could go in for the Farzad again. There is a Mathilda though, could be a little bit of a challenge. They're gonna go in for the Vexana instead.
All right, this is another hero that I think Super Prince is comfortable with, but we haven't seen him shine as much as compared to, you know, his MVP winning Farsa, his Lu Yi, even his Valentina. So I'd like to see how he works with the Vex.
And it just goes in so cleanly to the way that FNOP draft. They're always looking for the counter play. They're never scared to put, okay, this time we're going to slot Mage in our third pick. This time we're going to slot this in our third pick. They know, okay, you got Fredrin. We're going to bring out the Vexana. It does great at countering it in the Lord Pit. It does great at dropping the Eternal Guardian. Faramy's banned. Second phase band's going quick. And this time Falcon's like, listen, we're going to take out the Layla.
Look at that.
And the Beatrix.
Tit for tat. These coaches not wasting any time. Coach, why not? The Kimi Mutombo, no. Just says,
I'm not going out like this.
You cannot do what we did to you Game 1. And of course, Coach Neo Chao respecting the hard counter. Kelra said it himself. Yes, it is a hard counter. If I pick up the Layla against the Bruno, them balls ain't touching me.
Now, do you match mobility with mobility, right? With the Khalid and the Joy, do you go in for something like the Hilda?
It's open, oddly enough.
Hilda against the Joy works well. I think FCON could pick it up, honestly.
So that's two hard counters, the Fred and the Hilda. There's another hero I think that is open, but you can't pick anymore to counter the Joy, is the Beleric. You just get in there, you stand, stop dancing.
Yeah. Stop dancing. Stop. Wait a minute.
Wait. All right. We are looking for an XP laner. There you go, Royal Milk's fave. And what's going in mid? What's going in mid? What else is left?
Aurora, Yves? Is Louis Yves still? Nope.
It's not enough burst, though. If you pick any of these heroes, that's not enough burst.
Yeah, just go for a nice back line, honestly. I think Yves would work. Could go for the Farza again.
It's not the right kind of damage.
It's going to be challenging because of the mobility aspect. I was going to say Farza would work better than the Eve, just due to the wings by wings to be able to get a little bit further out to safety. Maybe pair it up with the flicker as well.
And the damage profile, very important in this current meta game. If you picked anything else, like a utility, mage, and mid, FCON would not be going fast enough, not even close, to catch up to the tempo that FNOP will be going in with.
It's make it or break it. Facing match point for Falcons. And you are going to see that last pick on the way.
Holy!
Always ready to counter. Always. FNOP doesn't care if it's meta or not. We're counter playing.
It's Falcon we're asking for to bring new flavor, but now Fnatic ONIC evolving the metagame once more before our very eyes. Yu Zhong showing up here. Game 3. Let's throw over to our casters, Ingan and Naisu.
You know, Yu Zhong had to come out because he's seeing all the other Prime skins coming out to play in M6, and he's like, you can't forget about me, Ingan. They pull out the Yu Zhong pick. What do you think about it? Do you think this is a closer? It's match point right now for FNOP.
I think it could be a closer, a good counter pick coming in from the composition of Falcon Esports and in the hands of someone like Kirk, easily activated. You know he's going to disrupt the formation of Falcon Esports, specifically when the Feathered Airstrike has been casted, so it's going to be hard-fought battle for Falcon and going up against Fnatic ONIC Philippines.
Right now, FNOP is saying, what's a Falcon to a Dragon? We'll see if it plays its part this time around. Game 3, it's match point right now for FNOP. Can Falcon Esports soar higher and stay in the series by taking a game against Fnatic ONIC Philippines? And this time around, a little bit different in the jungle, of course. Dax this time gets the Fredrin. It's such an interesting change of pace that we've seen throughout the M6, even from Swiss stage to now, and just the meta in general. And again, make sure you guys grab your M6 pass. It's now available. Oh, mid lane, PX7, oh, in trouble, one hit away. Brusco will be fine though.
Okay, this is the aggression actually that we expected for Fnatic ONIC Philippines. I mean, you have the signature Brusco Khalid. Khalid activated early on in the early game. Main objective is to really try and go for the mid control and eventually go for the delay in the jungle rotation. And so far, Brusco has been doing a good job going for those pokes, going for those engages. And we'll see if Brusco can keep it up against Falcon Esports.
Part of this too, obviously, is, you know, I like that Falcon Esports has utility on their side now. You know, you still give Royal Milk the hero that he's performed probably the best on, even Benny to that matter. But still, you can play around this Matilda pick. Helping Dax have a little more mobility on this Fredrin's going to be great. They're setting things up for the first objective, poking down Brusco a little bit here, but King Kong is there to go ahead, and the Quicksand Guard. Super Prince, though, will have to burn the Flicker already, so pretty proactive early game for Falcon Esports.
Yeah, that was well worth it. Again, just the guiding wind. You already burned out Super Prince's Flicker, and you know that in terms of mobility, Vexana, although he has the Deathly Grasp, mobility-wise, he's not up to par compared to PX7's Farsa, so that's a good resource burned for the side of Falcon Esports. But again, here's the problem. Kirk with a Yu Zhong already level 4. If PX7 decides to go for the Feathered Airstrike, but on the other hand, no Dax, going right after Brusco.
Brusco gonna be in trouble, flickers out, heals up, Quicksand Guard will go down though, but the fight's still gonna break out as Dax falls next, and it's Kirk taking some more with the shots and gets the double. It's a reminder the Yu Zhong still works in the meta, and that's gonna be a turtle as well for FNOP.
If you're speaking about proactiveness, Kirk was proactive in that clash, jumped in, plus the Petrify, gonna take it down too, even though Royal Mid got the vengeance, but King Kong though, forcing Kid X to flicker up, but catches him off guard with electrifying beats, and brings him down once more, extending the lead of Fnatic to 1.3k.
And Brusco just given the vision available to King Kong to see if they actually want to make a play from this. Dax has to be careful because of just the difference in speed from the jungling that can happen here. Mid lane, they do get that flicker out now from PX7. Feathered Airstrike to help clear things out. The Super Prince will keep him under the turret. But you can see this, again, Dax is falling behind slightly against King Kong, now sitting at level 7.
Yeah, and apart from the discrepancy in the two junglers, we saw what could happen when it comes to the mid lane matchup. PX7 cast the Feathered Airstrike. Super Friend's not going to go out of the vicinity of the Feathered Airstrike. Just going to go in and cast the Deathly Grasp to disrupt the Feathered Airstrike. That's more than enough. And not to mention, Kirk also has the Yuzhong with the Petrify. So there's a lot that PX7 needs to worry about when it comes to casting his Feathered Airstrike.
Again, this poke battle here in the XP lane. Kirk's biggest threat, too, is obviously, like we've seen in past M series, where Yuzhong was just picked up so much in the XP lane. Whoa! Super Prince.
Okay. Raging Sandstorm. Okay, they're not going to commit the flicker, though. But Brusco just managing to zone out. King Kong goes in with an electrifying beat and burst it down. PX7. Dax with the energy eruption.
King Kong going to be able to just get away. This Joy is so slippery to catch. Energy eruption or not. A whole lot of ultimates just kind of thrown out there, too. PX7 going down. Didn't have the flicker available. And yes, the Wings by Wings has only helped you so much. So now as they get it situated, some more extra gold. First items being locked in too for FNOP. Starlium Scythe now for King Kong. I'm surprised, you know, he's been doing so much damage already. What more? And now with the Starlium Scythe in hand and leading into this Corrosive Scythe still for Kelra. He's been just farming up, doing his thing. They'll go ahead and get in position now. Turtle's up. Kirk made his way to that gold lane as they get ready to just let Kelra push bottom side. So we'll see Falcon Esports. How do they deal with the fight?
Okay, Raging Sandstorm paired up with the Black Dragon for him. Kirk also has the Petrify, forcing Falcon Esports to retreat. But PX7 has the Feathered Airstrike. Spirit of Destruction will also connect. Going to take down Brusco in the hands of Benny. Here comes the Terrify coming in from Super Friends. Going to bring down one more. Kirk is going to fall down. And this is the response of Falcon Esports.
Great response. And they also get the turtle. That's exactly what Falcon Esports needed. Good item picks up. They are going to trade that tier 1 turret, but this is a good shift that Falcon Esports needed. They had to get some momentum and take care of the gold deficit getting too out of hand. King Kong still going to go ahead and put pressure in the jungle, though. So Falcon Esports, how do they adjust from everything that just happened here? They showed that they can still fight, utilizing the utility that they have, and even down to the firing power with a Farsa if the positioning is there.
Okay, they might be able to solve the problem right away. Kid X was the reason why they got saved, and now PX7 with a Feathered Airstrike to bring down Brusco, and Royal Milk wants to go for more. Infernal Pursuit trying to catch up onto King Kong. Volley Shot Worldy is going to connect, and Fnatic ONIC Philippines will disengage.
You're seeing it happen, you know, in these team fights and these skirmishes. Falcon Esports' lineup allows them to just go ahead and fight it out if they have to. Kirk now joined the fight into the mid lane. They get the Vengeance out. Kirk could be in trouble. Still going to be fine. Get some of the healing back with that Shires, and so he goes and disengages.
Okay, that's a win for Falcon Esports. Although Royal Milk popped his Vengeance, they also popped the Kirk's Petrify and paired up with ultimates casted by Fnatic ONIC Philippines. But all the while, Kelra, the gold standard, is just really making quick work of the turrets. He did get the turret down bottom during that turtle fight wherein Falcon Esports won that trade. And right now he got one on top, and King Kong goes in onto Dax.
They're going for Dax. Dax, quarter the health. Oh, the Spirit of Destruction lands, and here comes Kelra, picking up the kill right on the mark. And now PX7 whittled away. 1 HP will survive. And Kid X now caught under the turret. They go in.
Here comes the internal guard, but Royal Milk wants to go for Kelra. He's not going to be able to catch him, and Kirk blocks his path. Brusco and Super Friends, will they re-engage? Kirk has to jump away. And again, the gold standard. When you thought he was just going to go for the turret push, he went for more. He took down Dax.
So what you always got to watch out for is where is Kelra going to show up. I mean, this Moskov alone plays that part. You know, push down one of the lanes and then just join the fight. But right on the mark that time, the fight, though, for the turtle. Falcon Esports looking to take the last turtle of the game. Brusco jumping in.
Okay, they're going to commit the Raging Sandstorm, but all the way to the back line. Kid X trying to work on King Kong. Spirit of Destruction will miss. The Feathered Airstrike is there, but they're going to get a kill onto Benny as Dax gets the turtle. They want to go for more. Falcon Esports on the attack. Kelra just dishing out the damage. Super Friends with the Infernal Pursuit to bring down Super Friends. And that's a trade Falcons was willing to take a kill onto 2 plus the turtle.
Even if they lost to Benny, it's fine. Falcon Esports will fight and fight and fight. They know they're facing that match point against FNOP, and this is what they have to do. Kelra could be in trouble this time. Guiding a win, circling heal combo, and Kelra is gone.
Finally, a shutdown On to Kelra, a much-needed pickoff for Falcon Esports. Really trying to enable PX7 and Benny. And Falcon Esports unfazed by the lead that Fnatic ONIC Philippines had in the early phases of the game. Just looking at the lead, it's down to 700, Naisu.
In the 3 games we have now, this is the best that we've seen Falcon Esports, and maybe this is what they needed. Maybe this amount of mobility and firepower is what they needed to bring Benny online. Look at the damage though, King Kong will be able to get that circling eagle out, but mid lane.
Committing a lot onto Royal Milk. The counterattack is there, plus the vengeance. He's going to fall down in the hands of Brusco. Here comes PX7, feathered airstrike by Fnatic ONIC Philippines. They went out of the vicinity of that ultimate. No trade for Falcon Esports.
No trade right now. They're going to get in position. They still have plenty of time before that Lord does come up, about 30 seconds or so. That's why there's so much focus here in the mid lane. They might still look for more. King Kong popping the electrifying beats. Will have the backup before the next fight. But these tier 1 turrets in the mid lane, obviously very important before that first Lord breaks out. But right now, it's just kind of maintaining things. Good item pickup here for Benny, finally getting that Malefic Gun. So now he's got the 3. He's got the Haas Claws, he's got Berserker's Fury, Malefic Gun. He is where he needs to be on the Bruno. Has farmed up quite a bit, sitting at the top of the gold ranking here too for Benny. So he is online. As long as he is safe, and he's got not only the sliding tackle, but he's got a flicker plus Kid X on the Matilda. His positioning should be on point. Super Fritz!
Super Fritz has to walk away now. Falcon Esports going to set their eyes on this Lord. That was a good rotation for them to clear out the top lane so they can focus on this major objective. Fnatic ONIC Philippines, King Kong looking for the proper angle. He's going to hide in that brush.
Going to get in position. Kelra might make his way down too. They know Falcon Esports wants to take this with the Fredrin. They have the utility. They're going to go.
Here comes the Black Dragon form, Raging Sandstorm combination to zone out. Falcon Esports, the Spirit Destruction will connect. Dax gets the Lord, but Fnatic ONIC Philippines wants to go for the kills. Royal Milk will get 2. And now Falcon Esports, the response that you want from them. They're bringing everything they have to bring down Fnatic, and only King Kong is left.
And the Falcons find their flight. And they'll just go down, taking the tier 2 in the mid lane. They might look for more. Working on the base turret, they're gonna get the shields down. And FNOP a couple seconds away, but they lose a base turret. And now they have to defend against this Lord push.
That was a huge, huge play. Falcon Esports, not just the micro, all the way from clearing the top lane so they don't have to worry about the Kelra split push. And down to Kid X is trying to save everyone with the guiding wind and the counterattack. Dax, his priority was to go for the Lord, and he got it. But they went for more. They went for 4 bodies. A huge, huge play coming in from Royal Milk, also to zone out the members of Fnatic ONIC Philippines. Lord sieging in the bottom lane.
Sieging on in. They're going to wait for that to go down. They'll walk in with it. FNOP. They'll have to be on the defense. Feathered airstrike going to be used. Brusco looking for an angle.
King Kong got caught with an energy eruption. Brought down by Dax. They still have the Lord, but Fnatic ONIC Philippines going to make quick work of that. They have minions up top. Now they set their eyes on this inhibitor turret. Will they be able to take down everything Fnatic ONIC Philippines has? Royal Milk goes for the zone. Here comes the circling eagle. Benny left alone to dish out the damage. Fnatic ONIC Philippines has to walk away, but Falcon Esports says, we will make the gods bleed.
And we get another game. It's not going to be a sweep. Falcon Esports finding a second win here in the series. Exactly what they needed. This side of the stadium standing up, cheering for them. A great test for FNOP, and it's Falcon Esports that does it. We're at 1-2 right now for Falcon Esports. FNOP has to make some adjustments. I mean, that was a quick game, man. That was 11-44.